Major concern for banks across the island. Head of the Barbados Bankers Association, David Noel, says it now stands at around 10%. This means that 1 in every 10 persons is behind in their loan payments. But Mr. Noel is optimistic that things will improve.
That doesn't mean that there won't be a solution and you won't be able to work with that customer to eventually resolve the issue, but it is a concern. Now, as the economy grows, you should see those delinquency levels decline, and so we're hoping that the economy will continue to grow. But I often get a question about why banks aren't lending more, and I think delinquency levels, the levels of debt, the levels at which customers are able to repay, forces banks to be more prudent and therefore more cautious in how they lend, because we're lending depositors money, and we need to make sure that when we lend money, in the vast majority of cases, we're able to collect it and collect it on time.
And as you just heard, with that level of exposure, the banks have been accused of not lending enough. The banks are very liquid at the moment, which Mr. Noel says is not necessarily a negative thing.
It means that as the economy improves, as there are new projects that the private sector wants to undertake, as there is new infrastructure projects that others may want to undertake, either the government or with the assistance of others, the financial sector can play its part in providing financing. So a liquid financial sector, while it's not ideal because it's not generating an income for us as a bank or helping to drive economic growth, it does mean that we have capacity when things improve to be able to deploy that capital in a way that supports the economy.
Well, Barbadians will hear exactly what's required to get the local economy firing on all cylinders when the Central Bank of Barbados hosts a live discussion forum on the economy next week. The discussion will surround burning economic issues with an experienced panel, among them Central Bank Governor Dr. Dilal Worrell, Executive Director of the Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Lisa Gale, Executive Director of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Barbados, Reginald Farley, and Professor of Economics at the University of the West Indies Cave campus, Winston Moore. Veteran business journalist Joel Brathwaite will also be on the panel. The forum will be hosted by Dean St. Hill and Patrick Salt Bellamy next Thursday from 8:30 p.m. here on CBC TV 8. It would also be streamed on the bank's website at www.centralbank.org.bb. The central bank says the local economy has turned the corner and the growth prospects are sustainable. On the downside, there is the need to reduce the fiscal deficit, either by raising more revenues or reducing expenditure. And here now is a look at how stocks traded on selected exchanges across our region.